Well, Brock, the latest chapter in the Richard Sherman, Brandon Browner situation is sort of the reaction to it, not just from the media, not just from fans, but what it'll ultimately be inside the VMAC, inside the Seahawks headquarters. Pete Carroll can't comment on it. Other players can't comment on it. No one's allowed to. But in talking to Ray Roberts today, of course, former Seahawks lineman and good friend of our show, a guy who from afar can really sort of lend some perspective on it, I thought the word he used over and over again was an interesting one: selfish.
It is, and it's harsh and it's judgmental, and I'm sure some of you are going to comment on this and say, who are you two to judge these people? That's been a lot of the commentary, even on our own station. People saying, oh, it's not a big deal, guys don't judge each other, they don't look at it that way, but they do. Now, I think an important part here is initially, what was the intent of Brandon Brown and Richard Sherman? Was their intent initially to hurt the team and to be selfish and to be suspended? No, I don't think it was. But unfortunately, when you make some choices, and obviously we're presuming this is all going to happen and go down and they're going to get suspended for 4 games, but ultimately you do make some choices and you are educated on this. You're not blind and naive to this. You are educated that you can get hit for this, you can get suspended, that ultimately now your whole cause and effect deal. You know, now it is selfish. Now there will be guys in that locker room going, dude, how could you do that to us when we put ourselves in this position right now?
It's a matter of accountability for your actions, right? And the accountability for this action, if indeed it happened, is a 4-game suspension. And unfortunately, that doesn't just hurt Brandon Browner's reputation and his paycheck. It doesn't just hurt Richard Sherman's. It hurts the team's chances to make a playoff run either this year or potentially next, depending on how this goes down. That's where Ray brings out the word.
That's right. And you've been around it. And you've seen guys not want to practice. I can't tell you how many times and for how many years guys find ways not to practice.
Talking about practice?
Yeah, hamstring, calf a little tight, a little sick, whatever it is.
A little hammy?
Yeah, they find ways not to practice. And let me tell you, you know what? There are guys in that huddle going, man, that's a selfish dude. We're out here working. We're all doing this thing. We've all invested in this deal to get ourselves to this point. So that word selfish does come up in a locker room. And if this is indeed goes through and these guys are suspended 4 weeks, I think Ray's right. I think there will be guys, some whisperers and some boys talking about the selfishness of not being there down the stretch.